Hey, what's up, y'all? It's D, about to react to this impressive news. Tyla gets dragged over low sales. Oh, Lord. And Cat's Eye angers BlackPink fans. Who? Alright, and Taylor Swift. Alright. Speaking of Tyla, I just reacted to a new music video from her. And Cardi B's music video as well. Check it out on Patreon, link down below. So, yeah, I've already said everything I have to say about Tyla. Let's just see what these album sales are. Child, watch. I don't know if she even...
Hello,
oh, no,
everybody.
I think I did.
Welcome
No.
to the impressive
She's releasing like an
Shanell.
EP or something.
The singer Tyla has been the cause of a lot of conversation after her EP, We Want to Party, only sold 3.7 thousand units in the U.S. in its first week.
God, that's
and
bad.
a lot of people feel like she's no longer sticking in the U.S.
That's real
because
bad.
she doesn't have support from Black Americans. Now, I kind of feel like the reason why this EP flopped is because she didn't have a hit single, nor did she have any promotion. And she only has 4 songs on her EP, so that wasn't going to generate enough streams anyway. So I think that's the reason why she flopped. But I can admit that her team in some ways did drop the ball during her PR run in America.
They did.
Tyla failed to really connect with the Black audience. And also, she just failed to find an audience, period. I think her team was just pushing her everywhere.
And people also didn't like... Remember she did that, I think at the award show where she wanted, like, you know... Holly, Bailey, or whoever she wanted to hold her award for her. They did that like a couple times. That rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. So I feel like it's a combination of maybe, you know, bad promotion or no promotion for her EP, and also that I feel like over time people have been like, girl, we off you, we over you. They say they don't like her attitude. So
but not giving her a chance to cultivate an audience here in the States. And also, I think things really shifted when she asked Halle Bailey to hold her award at the VMAs. A lot of people were turned off by that, even though she clarified that she wasn't talking to Halle. She actually was asking Lil Nas X to hold her award. But still, the whole situation kind of made her look like a diva. And also, there was that controversy surrounding the Breakfast Club interview when she got up there and she refused to answer certain questions.
They didn't want us to ask about Kai Sinat. The whole "we friends" though thing, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
They didn't want to ask. They didn't want us to ask about her not being on tour with Chris Brown anymore.
Oh,
they didn't
what
want us
happened
to
there?
ask about the color thing.
Injury.
They didn't want us to ask about her injury that she sustained. What else was it? They didn't want to ask us about who she was dating, which I wouldn't do anyway. And what was the other one? Oh yeah, and comparison. And it wasn't even reality. It just said comparisons to other pop artists. Huh?
Now, I think her
That's
team
a lot.
really dropped the ball with this interview.
Like, what the fuck can we
because
talk
the
about?
Breakfast Club is like one of the biggest platforms in urban media. And I think this interview kind of affected the way people viewed her. And it also fueled all types of narratives about her, too. I mean, the media can really be a beast. If the media is not on your side, it could be a beast. And not to mention, there was the whole colored controversy. Now, Tyla does identify as colored because in her home country, South Africa, that is how she is classified because she is multiracial. Nothing is wrong with her being multiracial and identifying as such. Here in America, Black people support multiracial artists all the time. So
you know what I also don't like? I don't know if I said this in another video, so forgive me if I'm repeating myself. This was a while ago. But I really hate how we are expected to respect every other culture. Okay, we're shamed if we even come close to hinting at, you know, not respecting other cultures. But the moment it comes to our culture, everybody could just shit on it. Our Black American culture, and even Americans, period. Nobody gives a fuck about our culture and how we go about doing things here. When it's like, but you would want us to respect how you do things if we went over to your country. And to be clear, she came over here. You're in America now, so you should be aware of how we do things and how we talk here. So it's not, well, I do this in back in South Africa. Okay, well, you should maybe go back there. That sounds wild. But okay, if you go back there, then you could do that there. But we're saying how we perceive this word over here. But it's like, no, you need to adjust to how we do things back in South Africa. We're not in South Africa. So respect our culture here and be aware of it. It's one thing to not know and to be like, oh, okay, well, my bad. I didn't mean to come across that way. This is how we talk back there, but I'll be more aware of it. That's all she had to say. But to be like, well, I am colored and this is how we do it over here and this is how we talk over there. It's like, you're not over there. So respect our culture and how we do shit. How is that hard to understand? But once again, we're expected to respect everybody else's culture and how they go about doing things. Because nobody is saying that you can't refer to yourself like that, obviously. Refer to yourself however you want, but we're letting you know what our terminology is here and how that word comes across here. Call yourself whatever you want, but we're just trying to inform you of that. But you kind of had a stank attitude in response to that. Like, well, no, this is how we do it back. Like, so, and her fans didn't help either because they were doing the same thing, you know, and trying to defend her. And I feel like she fed off of that and kind of like doubled down on it. And that did not help her at all.
Nothing is wrong with her being multiracial, but I think her calling herself colored is what caused some drawback because the term colored has more of a negative undertone here in America because of its historical context.
Yeah, that was a lot of people's response. Oh, well, not everything is like that, and America don't run the world or whatever the fuck. It's different in different places. Cool. Do that over there. But over here, when you're over here and you're trying to appeal to an American audience, you need to be aware of how Americans speak. And we don't call people of color colored. We don't call them that. Okay? So that's not how we do this over here. You're over here. Respect our culture over here. How is that hard to understand when you want us to respect the culture over there when we're over there? But when you over here, you could be like, well, this is how I do it back in South Africa. Fuck out of here.
Anyway. It was a label used for black people in the second.
Sorry, I feel like I haven't ranted in a while. Because I've been on vacation, so now that is my first day back, by the way. I'm like, all right, let me get my shit off. I'm just ranting to rant, to be honest. I don't give a fuck about these people.
Era, so it's not a politically correct term at all. And when Tyla called herself that, there was a clear disconnect there, and she didn't really bridge the gap between her and her target audience here in America, which really caused people to check out, I think. But to be honest, I think the reason why her EP flopped in America is because her team did not promote this EP well at all. And also, Tyla needs another hit. Like, if she doesn't get another hit, then her career is going to continue to falter. And I think at this point, her team has really exhausted their budget. They pumped in a lot of money. I'm talking about millions of dollars into different singles and videos and photo shoots for her, to the point where they really didn't have enough to promote this EP. Either they didn't have enough, or maybe they're saving their budget for when her next album drops. I don't know. But they spent a lot of money on her. And at this point, Tyla needs to go and make her label back some money. She needs to go on tour because that is where the money is. And I did hear that she's going on an Asia tour, which I think is pretty impressive. Tyla's international audience is actually pretty big. So she's doing well in that market. But here in America, she's going to have to do some things differently if she wants to gain some more momentum. I know that she likes Afrobeat and Amapiano, but she has to make a shift and kind of diversify her sound so she could reach bigger audiences. I personally think that she could benefit from doing pop music. I mean, she has the voice for it. She doesn't have to limit herself to just pop, but I think she could be successful in that lane. I mean, look at Rihanna. She could do what Rihanna did. Rihanna was initially marketed as a dance hall artist, but she did transition to pop music. She also was doing R&B and hip hop as well, and she had support from the black community, which is very crucial. So if that's what Tyla wants for herself, she's going to have to follow that blueprint. But I don't think it's over for Tyla. I know a lot of people are saying her career is over. Honestly, all Tyla needs is to make more hits. That's really it. She just needs to pop out the hits. Now, I want to move on and talk a little bit about Taylor Swift. Now, Taylor Swift did create some commotion when she announced that she will be dropping her 12th album called The Life of a Showgirl. It's going to drop on October 3rd. And she made this announcement on her boyfriend, Travis Kelce's podcast called New Heights. Now, I know her fans are very excited, but honestly, I'm more impressed with the fact that she and Travis are still together. Because there was rumors that this relationship was a PR relationship. In fact, I thought...
That don't mean it's not. Y'all so gullible. I'm not saying it is. I don't fucking know these people that could very well be in love and actually together. But the time frame, that doesn't mean anything. If you have a business relationship, you can have a business relationship for years and have a mutual agreement to benefit each other. But I'm not saying that this is the case. I'm just saying that's not proof.
It was fake, but it seems like they genuinely do like each other, and what was supposed to be a business or a PR relationship has now blossomed into something real, I think. And so I could actually see Travis and Taylor getting married. I wonder if he's going to try to propose to her during the next Super Bowl. I don't know. We shall see.
No, that would be
now I'm going to move on and talk about this fast-rising pop girl group called Cat's Eye. I found out about them. They actually were put together on this Netflix show called Dream Academy. And these girls are some stars. Now, recently, they actually performed at Lollapalooza. They weren't even headliners, but they drew in a very huge crowd. And these girls can really perform. They're one of the best performing girl groups that I've seen in some time. I like Flo as well. I think they are very talented, but they are more of a vocal girl group, whereas Cat's Eye are dancers. They kind of remind me of, maybe I would say, the Pussycat Dolls meets Fifth Harmony. That's kind of what they give me. But I can tell they really train these girls. They really put on a show. And I can see them going very far. I can. And I'm noticing a resurgence of girl groups and boy groups. Netflix does have a show called Building the Band, and they put several different bands together. I think they put like 6 new bands. Also, Candy Burris put together a girl group called Siren as well. And these girls can sing. So I think it's cool to see a resurgence of groups coming out in the West. But I think the one
I'm not interested though. I don't know. Something turns me off about groups. Like, I'm not really interested. I don't know what it is, but I can't personally, or maybe it just sounds like that music, because I tried to give Flo a chance. I wasn't feeling that music like that. And I feel like it was a couple other groups, and I'm just always like, I don't know. They turn me off.
Have to know how to do is really market these groups, because marketing a group is not always easy. There's a lot of work and investment that has to go into pushing a group. But I think it's working for Cat's Eye because they are building their fan base, especially here in America. They've done a great job building their fan base here. Not to mention, they're constantly putting out content to promote themselves. And also, they are a multiracial girl group, so they appeal to various different cultures. They also have the backing.
Is she ended in the middle?
Multiracial girl group, so they appeal to various.
Fire. Or maybe she's Sri Lankan. I don't know. Fire. Yes, they got Asian, white, black, Indian, or something else. That's fire. That's fire. And it does look like they can dance. I might check them out.
Different cultures. They also have the backing from major labels, and they also have benefited from that whole K-pop infrastructure as well. That has really given them a boost. They do have a foreign international market that they can tap into. So I think that's going to really help drive them to
Why is BlackPink fans, let me guess, they being racist, but why are y'all mad?
Yes, I really do. Now, there is an interesting discourse going on about Cat's Eye, and some people feel like their label High B is paying the media to praise Cat's Eye over another girl group called BlackPink. Now, BlackPink is a popular K-pop group, and they have been the biggest girl group in the last decade.
Yeah, they get 80 million views a day. Let other people get some shine too. Why acting like it can be only one good group? Like, get out of here.
Negative press lately over their lazy and uncoordinated performances. Also, there was that whole scandal where the member over their lazy and
she is over it. You know, I used to watch a lot of K-pop videos. I got forced to watch on Patreon years ago when I used to take requests over there. I no longer do. So I remember watching videos about how hard they work these K-pop people. Like, it's actually disturbing. Like, they don't get a lot of rest at all. Like, they work them to crazy degrees. So I understand her probably being like, I'm over this shit. She probably got like 1 hour of sleep. Probably haven't fed this girl. She's over it.
Uncoordinated.
But this is embarrassing.
Performances. Also, there was that whole scandal where the members were using the N-word during their audition tapes. So BlackPink has turned a lot of people off, and it seems like some people are starting to get more into Cat's Eye because Cat's Eye hasn't been caught up in any controversy, and also they actually do put effort in their performances. Now, there was an actress named Sophia Wiley who praised Cat's Eye, but some people felt like she also shaded BlackPink.
I love Cat's Eye. I watch every one of their videos. They just performed at Lollapalooza. My girls are going crazy. And BlackPink, I love you. Even though you're giving us nothing right now, I love you still. Always.
Now, Sophia was getting tons of backlash from BlackPink fans. They were calling
always.
Now, Sophia was getting tons of...
I hope this fucking hoe. And get great. Okay.
The backlash from BlackPink.
The K-pop fan base is the fucking disgusting. They are horrible, horrible people.
They were
My
calling all
God.
types of names. They were insulting her. They also were insulting one of the members from Cat's Eye named Sophia because Sophia liked this video of the actress Sophia Wiley praising her group. So the BlackPink fans, also called the Blinks, were flooding her comment section and just going in on her. I mean, the K-pop fandom is nothing to play with, but honestly, I do think the fans are low-key triggered at the comparisons between Cat's Eye and BlackPink. BlackPink doesn't have the showmanship or the talent that Cat's Eye has. Ooh. I think the only thing BlackPink has is the hype. They have the machine behind them that can make them seem bigger and better than they are. But when you really look at it, they are a mediocre girl group. I haven't been impressed with them, but people seem to love them. So as long as they have a fan base that are willing to buy what they're selling, they'll be all right. But honestly, I think people should probably keep an eye out for Cat's Eye because I could see them being right. But honestly, I think people should probably keep an eye out for Cat's Eye because I could see them being the next big thing. Okay. But anyway, tell me what y'all think about this video.
They ate that. I'm more interested in the visuals. That's what I do love about groups. I love their coordinated like choreography and their looks and how they, mesh together. I like the visuals of it all. I think that part is exciting, which is why I used to enjoy watching BlackPink's videos, even though I always felt like they couldn't dance that well. But I like their music videos, the visuals, like how they put everything together was really cool. So I'm more interested in that. So I might check them out just to see the routine, because that little that they just did, that was fire. So I want to see more of the dances and stuff and their outfits and like makeup and stuff and hair. That's what I'm interested in. But yeah, BlackPink fans, very toxic. All the K-pop fans, terrible, horrible, racist people. Obviously not every last one of them, but things that I've seen when they're like mad at people, they say the most sick, vile shit. Horrible. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think though, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.